Guys, it's Rusaal here from PRICELINE Pharmacy West Brunswick. Today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about flu vaccines. So flu season is going to be starting with the winter months. It usually peaks between July and September every year because that's when winter gets quite cold and a lot of people are quite sick. So it's really important that you have a vaccination done and in your system and working and providing you immunity before then. So that's why flu clinics will open at PRICELINE Pharmacy West Brunswick in March. So it's really important that if you are someone who's prone to getting sick or wants to protect themselves as much as possible from the winter months, come in and get a flu vaccine done. So a flu vaccine is a very simple intramuscular injection that goes into your shoulder. It will give you immunity within 2 weeks of the administration. And it is a very easy, simple injection. So we at PRICELINE Pharmacy West Brunswick have 2 pharmacists that will be administering flu vaccines this season. And it's a really simple and easy process. So you just come in, grab your details, administer the vaccine, and then monitor you for 15 minutes. So a lot of people ask, what is the difference between a cold and a flu? So a cold is a bacterial infection. Usually a cold will have similar symptoms to a flu, except they're not as severe. So cold symptoms include things like headache, dizziness, fever, a little bit of nasal symptoms, maybe a chesty cough. But the flu is a little bit worse than that. You will have the headache, you will have the nausea, you will have some vomiting in some patients. You will experience things like cold sweats and chills, and you will also experience things like dry coughs and just the inability to function about your day, more so than you would with a cold. So a cold, you may still have those symptoms, but you can still function. You can go to the doctor, you can do things. When it comes to a flu, it's very difficult. You experience such muscle aches and pain, and also just illness that you can't do those things. So it's really important to know the difference between the two. And the reason why I say that is because a very common myth that happens is patients will ask, why do I get sick when I have the flu vaccine? This is a very common myth because there are 2 reasons. The first is it takes 2 weeks for your body to build an immunity within that period. So if you're in contact with anyone that's sick within that period, you may still get the flu or you may still get a cold. And often people view that as them getting it from the flu vaccine. The second reason of why that this is a myth is because the flu vaccine is actually dead. So it's not a live vaccine. It has no way of infecting the patient. The only thing people will feel is a little bit of tenderness in their arm, or a few cold-like symptoms because it's a foreign body entering your system and trying to build an immune response. So it's really important to know that because a lot of people don't get the flu vaccine for this reason, even though it is a common myth. The next question people ask often is who can get the flu vaccine done? So pharmacists can administer a flu vaccine to anyone over the age of 16, provided that they don't have certain allergies or conditions that make them immune suppressed or that are contraindicated with the flu vaccine itself. So it's really important when we're going through a checklist of checking what your medical conditions are that you tell us exactly what kind of medical conditions you have and what medications you're on. Having said that though, a lot of people do question whether or not pregnant women should get the flu vaccine. So when it comes to women who are expecting, it's really important that you do immunize yourself. It causes no harm to the child at all. It's a dead vaccine, so it's not going to harm you in any way, but it will allow you to be immune in periods where there is a high level of flu outbreaks happening, and that will ultimately protect your baby. So just be prepared for that. And if you are expecting, just make sure that you are getting in and getting your flu vaccine done. The other thing is a lot of people ask that, a lot of people wait a certain period of time before they get their flu vaccine administered, thinking that it will be better within those peak periods. And to an extent, that's fine. But often it's really important to know that the peak period of flu season in Australia is between July and September. So that's when most people are run down. It's towards the end of the year. It's in the colder winter months, and there's a lot of sickness and illness going around. So because of that reason, a lot of people choose to vaccinate right then and there. But because it takes 2 weeks for your body to build an immunity to that vaccine, that may not be enough to protect you during that peak season, which is why we start the flu clinics in March. The other thing is it's important to know that when you build an immunity to the vaccine, you start peaking within 3 months and then you go down in terms of your level of immunity. So if you get it too early, then that means you may not be fully immune by the end of the flu season. So it's very, very important that you time it correctly. It's one of the things that we do emphasize on most. So it's really important not to do it too late, because if you do it too late, you're not going to have the high level of immunity that you need to get over that flu season. So the last question is where we can get our flu vaccines done. So PRICELINE Pharmacy West Brunswick has a booking system that is open for bookings. You are more than welcome to book yourself in then, and it will ask you a few questions and ask for some consent to administer the vaccine. The vaccines will be in March, and we will start administering then, and that's when the calendars will start. So if you are interested, feel free to head to our website or pop in store and we can book the appointment for you. But make sure that you keep some time available, because we do request that we monitor you for about 15 minutes. So that's everything that most people ask about the flu vaccine. Feel free to give us a ring or drop by, and we'll tell you a little bit more if you've got any more questions. Thanks.